We are live now. Yeah.
Hi guys, good morning. Yeah, hi guys, good morning. Welcome to the Forex Market Outlook, in partnership with Hunter Traders and Hunter Market. So today I'm going to share my screen first. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I can share my screen. There's no, there's no settings to share my screen. So yeah, I think I can do this with my phone. Kenny, can you kindly take over?
Yeah, no,
Hello.
yeah, make can take over.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I trust you had a very lovely weekend. The vibes. We are out here again for our regular Monday market outlook, and it's a new week. And you know what they say about new week? We have new week, new money, right? So basically, what we're going to do is give you a clear outlook on what we're expecting for today, Monday, because like they say, preparation when opportunity meets preparation, success is inevitable. So that being said, we are trying to prepare so that when we get the opportunity, we know that we're definitely going to what we're going to win. So without further ado, let me quickly share my screen so that you can see what I have planned for this lovely week. Hold on. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen right now. All right. I hope you guys can see my screen.
Can't see it yet.
Okay, hold on. What's going on? Mm, Hold on, please. Okay, she's sharing now. Just a few. Okay.
I can't see you yet.
Okay.
Share sound. Okay. Minute, please. Your screen is blank. I can see you're sharing your screen, but I can't see anything on it.
Kenny, your screen is on.
So I have to start.
Alright, we can see it now. Euro USD. Yeah. Can you hear me? Hello, Kenny. Can you hear me? Hello, Kenny.
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, but I
What's
can't see
going
your
on?
screen any longer.
I had to reset if you were talking and I couldn't. Yeah, you couldn't hear me.
I can't see your screen any longer.
But you can hear me now.
Yes, I can.
Okay. Okay, I'm sharing my screen again.
Okay, can you hear me
Let
now?
me see. Yeah, I can still hear you.
Alright, I can see your screen. Euro USD. We can move on.
Good, good, good. That's good. All right. So, like I was saying, please, guys, if you can see my screen and you're active, you're watching from wherever you are in the world, do share the link to those YouTube so that other people can join in as well to benefit from what we are going to do today. So I'm going to be in the comments so that I will see the kind of currency pair or indices or whatever you want me to check on, so that we can have a very very clear understanding on your own pair that we're going to be looking at. But for me, I have just this five, which you can see. I've narrowed down my pairs to just this five, as you can see, so that I'll be able to have a focus all around just this one I'm looking at. So I have indices and three currencies right there. Because I have this one done already. Okay, so I have this on AD USD. Let's start with the one that just finished. So you can see right here, this is from last week, right? Since last week, we had this move to the downside. Let me go to the higher time frame. So on this now, the reason why I had this is because of since even since the previous week we had a bullish run. So what exactly made me consider a sell from here? Because the moment the market opened, we had a drop. You can see the push face to the downside, and if you go to the 3 minutes time frame, which is the lowest time frame, you can see that the moment the market opened, we had a surge down. I think it has on all USD currencies because touch down. You can see the moment the market opened, we just had a down of about, let's see, of about 70 pips, 74 pips in a minute, the moment the market opened. So that's to say a lot of things was going on during the weekend that we probably are aware of. The whole USD fighting against Iran and all that. So the currency has been pretty much unstable lately. And I saw that happening because I was expecting a drop on Friday, right? As you can see, we had price tap into my POI around this level right here, and we had for the downside. So I didn't really get the momentum till today, Monday, and that's matched my TP on what on USD. And also, I had the same thing on GBP USD as well. You can see the same thing happened on GBP USD. So I was expecting big shots off here, so this is where my entry came in, and price didn't give me what I want till this Monday. But then again, we're having this retrace here, and in this retracement, I'm expecting to take it further down. Also looking for a re-entry. This is where a lot of people could possibly want to enter this short that's coming because we have all this imbalance over here. And in this imbalance right here, you can see that there are spaces where prices hasn't filled up yet. And if you go on to the 1 hour time frame, you can see how this. Okay, I like to use my 1 hour time frame. You can see that there's a lot of imbalance right here. So that's why I had my TP just below this level for my shorts. As I'm going to be risking about 54 pips. 54 pips might seem a lot, right? But I just love to give room to breathe because if this is my POI, I would expect that there should be enough space just above the POI so that in case we're going to be having any drawdown, we can still have a leverage towards the bit. So that's on GBP USD. So far now, I'll have my re-entry coming from this yellow line right here, which is at 1.34531 right here. So let me take this out. So this is my second entry, still the same SL to the downside, right about here. So this is what I'm looking at on GBP USD. So if the momentum push from the gap down from the open is very valid, then we can still see more push to the downside on GU. So next up, we have Euro USD. So you can see Euro USD did the same thing. I got in an entry from around 15 minutes time from the clearer. As you can see, at this RTO to OB around this level right here. You can see this is where I got my entry right here. I already entered and boom, this morning price tanked. Not really to my TP though, but probably to around this level and I closed out. So I'm looking for a re-entry. Still the same thing with what GU. So let's see how far price can go into this level before plummeting. So, and then again on structure, you can see a clear push on structure right here. You can see that this is a change, and if price is likely to push further down, then we can see there's a sell side liquidity get taken. So we could possibly have taken. We have price come out of this level, and if it's going to push long term, then we should have this extreme low also taken. So depending on that, we're just in the middle here, uh, depending on where price is likely to go later on this week. So we don't know how long it's going to take for price to push back, but we shall know that price is definitely going to get there, either to validate our setup or to invalidate the whole thing and start what going bullish. But one thing for certain is that we are not going to engage yet. In as much as we know that we have price, we are expecting price to get here. There's no way I'm going to take a buy here because it's not even a setup. We are just waiting for the actual setup that's going to be happening around here. That's where we now say patience is the key here in trading because you are not always right. And even if you want to put yourself in position to be right, you have to plan for it, right? Because I'm expecting price to get here doesn't mean I'm going to just take a buy because I want it to get here when I'm not the market maker. I could be expecting price to buy and from here it's still going to sell, which is exactly what I want. But I'm not putting myself in position to what to profit just because I feel like I can make money from any move in the market. So we just have to put ourselves in position to what to profit of this. So this is the setup I'm having. If it tallies with yours, then you are in the clear as well. So let me just check the comment and see who's with me. Okay, yeah, yeah, okay. Okay, then great TV, great TV. Okay, we're done our Euro USD. So, like I said, if you have any pair also that you would want me to check out, you can drop your pair on the comment box and I'll check it out. But so far, so good. We're going to be working with what I have right here. So, next up, I'm going to be checking my the Japan index, which is the Japan 225. I already have a setup here. As you can see, we also had the drop on indices, right? You can see that from the market open, we had that drop. And I was in this one as well. I quickly closed out here. So I just had to recalibrate again. From the higher time frame, you can see that price at its extreme high right here. And based on structure, you can see that this is a low right here. We have another low right here because price took out the high. So what I'm expecting here is for price to sell at least below this low because you can see we have this whole 4 hours imbalance right here, as you can see. So I'm expecting price to at least drop to 50% of it, which will be around somewhere here. And if we go to the 1 hour, also you can see how there's a gap right here. So we can actually think of selling price into what this discount level right here. So around this level now, you can see I have my POI here. I already even have my alarm. You can see I have price. So if it's going to get to somewhere around here, it should notify me so that I can see if I'm going to have a sell position on here to the downside. And this level now is likely going to be my first take profits, right? Just because it's a level of structure where price exit liquidities, right? And still possibilities of it dropping further. So that's why I have my TPA somewhere around this level. So we see how far that goes. And fact as well, you can see I also have this from Nasdaq right here. Um, I'm also expecting a sell on indices here too. You can see we all have this whole imbalance that's going on around this level right here. So there's a gap, right, that price needs to fill. Is price going to feel it? Definitely. When is it going to feel it? We don't know. But I know that price could likely what get back in there before recalibrating. So I just want to put myself in position to what to benefit of this. And then again, as you can see now, we have and you know about equal low, right? Price is definitely drawn to something like this. And if price is definitely drawn to something like this, definitely you know that this also is most likely valid. So I want to be in position to take these shots towards to the downside here. Okay, so you can see that we already have setups for GU. This one is incoming. For EU, we have setups for Japan index and the Nasdaq as well. Then the SPX 500, S&P 500. You can see I already have a setup here with my alarm right here that if price should cross this level, they should notify me so that I'll be able to see if likely there is any valid setup for me that I'm gonna. This is the extreme high with my inducement right here. So what I'm expecting is price should pull back into this level, trigger me. I wait to see confirmation around this level. Unless I get a confirm, I'm just going to let price leave. So if I see a confirmation around here, I take it and we're expecting that short to the downside. I see where my TP is, right? Like I said, exit liquidity, likely a low that price is going to what to flip out of. And also, if price should still drop further down, I will say this imbalance has been filled already. You can see price dipped into this level, but not the 50%, right? You can see this is the line. So even if price dipped, it could still likely push into midpoint of what imbalance. So that's like a TP for me, but also to be safe, we actually have to what put our TP at the exit low right there. So that's it for me. So someone says Japan index, S&P, you have a set of all of them. Yes, yes, I do. Like it's Monday, so we want to see how it's likely going to play
Thanks,
out.
my bro. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hey, bro,
So
what's good, man?
yeah, VIP, are you ready? I just finished. So likely
Yeah,
nobody
I'm.
has any for me to check. So these are the ones I'm going to be looking at this week. So same time we're going to meet on our next session. And our next session I'm going to relay these setups and see how far they played out. Did he work out the way I wanted, or did he fail, or did he miss? So we're going to review this on our next live. So just put that out there. So that's all about this. So VIP, I think you can take over now.
All right, man.
Thank you.
Wait, can you confirm that you can hear me say like before you go?
Yes, yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. You
All
can
right,
share
man.
your screen now.
Beautiful. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is Dr. Bill's first academy. And obviously, we bring you sessions like this to help you go in your first, to help you come better. And first of all, we need to appreciate the people that made this possible. The Dr. Bill's first academy and and my Patrick firm. So there are a few things I want to go over before we start.
Victor, Victor, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Your voice is breaking.
Yes.
Your voice is breaking and it's kind of fast.
Oh, I don't know. What do you know? Like, is it the network or is it or
Victor, your voice is
let me
breaking
confirm this. Can you
and
see my screen?
it's hanging. Your voice is breaking and your this thing is
Let me
fast.
confirm. Can you see my screen?
Kenny, can you see the screen?
Yes, I can see his screen.
Yeah, but it's not sharing anything yet.
Hello.
Hello?
I think his network went out. No.
His network took him out. I seriously hate situations like this.
No.
Alright. Um is it better now?
Okay, it's better. All right, beautiful. So let me
Oh,
share my screen quickly. So please confirm to me first if you can see my screen.
yes, I can.
All right, beautiful. So I have a trade currently that I would want us to be a part of. It is JPY, CAD JPY, and basically I'm just waiting for a confirmation on the 1 hour time frame. If I can get a confirmation on the 1 hour time frame, I would uh, I will share with us. So CAD JPY. So for some of you that are like really new to obviously this is system of trading that and is the confirmation for my entry. It's a CRT model that we will be looking at on the daily time frame. Very conversant with CRT and candle ranges. What you want to do is to look from a higher time for two phenomena. The first basically would be the first basically would be the CRT. Key level. So you have to get the key level right, right? Obviously, I'm using a key level at this point. To me, this is a low probability trade because I'm using a resistant turn support system here, which I would naturally not use or advise anybody to, right? But it's a system that you need to know exactly what you're doing. So in this case, we have rejection from the high time frame key level, and rejection from a candle range high on the daily time frame. Now, time frame alignment will need you to go from the daily time frame to the 1 hour time frame to look for your confirmations and your entries as well. So after determining your candle range, you want to move to the 1 hour time frame when this candle starts. There are people that are very skilled and will be able to trade the second candle, but I personally just know how to trade the third candle, and I would advise for you to trade the third candle as well. Now, the third candle, you have to first determine what. So on the third candle opened by 30, daily time frame. Now, when this candle open, you open at this area here. What we are looking for is a purge above a previous high to now take the market to the downside. Basically, you are looking for an order block to form. Now, for an order block to form, you need to see, in this case, we're looking for a bearish order block. You need to see a strong bullish bold candle going above a high, which is exactly what we had here. Right? We see this particular candle closing high and strong above this high. Right? Once that happens, what you need to do is now determine where your entry would be at. Obviously, the entry would be at the candle's wick or the candle's open. For some of us that would like to be precise, you can use the bodies of the candle, but I'll naturally just use this area here. So at the moment, what I'm waiting for is a strong bearish candle to close below this candle's low, right? So we will look for something around that would look a strong bearish candle that would close below this low, right? And once that happens, the only thing I'm looking for would be a sell. Like obviously the market would have closed below here, and then a sell entry from this point to the CRT low. But I want to take us through, before I go, I want to take us through the GBP USD, one of the trades that I took last week. It's basically the same exact system, but with this system, instead of using the daily time frame for our CRT, we're going to be using the 4 hour time frame for the CRT. And candle range alignment, sorry, the candle alignment, your time frame alignment basically would be from the 4 hour straight to the 15-minute time frame. That would mean that you are looking for your entry on the 15-minute time frame. So obviously, what do we see last week, by the way? We had the candle range. By the way, the time is important as well. We see that this low was swept, and then by this candle. One criteria that I always look for is we do not touch or close above or at the 50% range of the candle. In this case, we're using this candle. Oh no, not this candle. I mean, although we pierced this candle as well, but because this candle was preceded by this candle and it had a more pronounced range, right? I would naturally use this candle for the low being pierced by this exact candle by 2. Now we see that the candle has pierced this low. Another thing we'll be looking for is where is that candle coming from? Obviously, the key level would be here. This is the key level, right? So we have 2 confirmations. Candle low pierced, and market is coming from a open and close key level. Now, when you've identified the key level, now by the way, the key level does not really, I think it's important because it makes the trade high probability, but I don't really look at it from a, oh yeah, this is the reason why the market moves, because it's a range. So you can even trade this on the 1 hour time frame. So what I want to look for next is to enter at the third candle. Now the third candle opens by 6 a.m. By the way, my time is Nigerian time. What I'm looking by for at 6 a.m. is to go into the 15-minute time frame and look for some sort of entry. Now my entry is going to be a complete order block. My entry is going to be an order block on the 15-minute time frame, right? So let's go to that same time period on the 15-minute time frame, right? So the 15-minute time frame, just going to scroll back properly. Yeah, so on the 15-minute time frame, if you understand structure, this is where you can take advantage of your knowledge on structure. I'm looking for a tick order block. Most of the time, the order block would have formed on the second candle. And how you identify the order block is to look for the recent low that was taken out. It's a very simple system. So obviously, this is called entry model 1. We see this low being rated by this candle, this exact candle. Now, having seen that this candle has rated that low, your entry would then be at the candle's high. That's why on candle three, you see the market purged below that low and what spiked up to the CRT. I didn't draw it, but my entry was at this level because that's the CRT, that's the low. Many a times this is one of the most disliked, or one part of the CRT, which is the entry, that many people don't get right. The first thing you have to understand is the entry has to come from at or below the CRT low high. Another criteria would be that if you are using the entry model 1, you are looking for a tick down close candle below the lows, which will give you identification for or confirmation for your trade. So obviously I've said a lot of things here on the chart because we are obviously trying to do this fast because we have a few more tutors that will come in. So I don't want to take our time. Plus, we're supposed to end the session real soon. So, but what you have to understand about this is the first thing. If you have a pen and paper, I want you to write this down. The first thing that you're looking for is your higher time frame key level, because without the key level, your trade is low probability. So the first criteria for candle 2 would be number 1, it has to come from a key level, whether a open eye or closed level, or a any key level, basically an old eye, whatever it is that you are comfortable with. The next thing you have to do is to determine the time frame that you are going to go into. So if you see the CRT on the 4-hour time frame, the first thing you have to do is to the 15-minute time frame. If you see the CRT on the daily time frame, you need to look at the 1-hour time frame. And very important thing is, if you are looking for your key level, the same time frame that you find your CRT is the same level that you will be looking for your key level, right? So if you find the CRT on the 4-hour time frame, your key level has to come from the 4-hour time frame as well. Do you understand? So the trade was there. Stop loss would be below this low. Sometimes the CRT will give us very, very tight stop loss. But in this case, yeah, this is a tight stop loss, in my opinion, 8 pip stop loss. And sometimes it give us a very massive stop loss. So what you want to do is to take the trade, make sure that entries are the entry where it needs to be. The stop loss needs to be where it needs to be. Personally, I would advise you to increase your target, because most of the time, especially in a case like this, you have the CRT just explode through the eyes and just continue going. I think this trade was a 1:10 risk to reward or more. At a point, yeah, okay, yeah, 1:10. But obviously, this is a unrealistic target. You can't always be thinking the market will give you 1:10. When simply and only just go for 1:3. And one thing you have to put in consideration is that you need to have the market hitting you at the 50%. Once the market hits the 50%, you need to break even. You need to break even. So obviously, I just have this trade for us right now, but we can look to enter the CAD JPY. We can look to enter the CAD JPY trade that I think we can take advantage of. I just need to see the 1 hour candle close below that level. Let's go to CHoCH one more time before I end the session, so you can get and go about our day. So what I'm looking for is on the 1 hour time frame. I'm looking for price to close exactly. Okay, I already stated it here, but for the sake of repetition, I'm looking for market to close below this candle level here, right? This price point. This is 115.275. If we don't have a close by the next 4 hour candle, which opens by 2, then obviously we will not take the trade anymore. That's the only invalidation for this trade. So obviously, this is basically all I have. Is the start of a new week. You can't really be expecting trades or the market to give you opportunities at the moment. So what we need to do is to take a break, see how the market reacts from Monday, and then obviously come back Tuesday. I'll be here Tuesday as well to follow up on this particular trade. So yeah, this is the Dr. B Forex Academy, and I'm VIP. You okay? I think for the people that would want to learn more on this, it's not my YouTube channel, and obviously it's not on Dr. B Forex YouTube channel. Although we have some materials that can help you, but I would want to share a YouTube channel that you can go and watch a few videos that can help you get better with this. uh I'll try to convince if you can post it on the Dr. B YouTube channel, but if you can't, then obviously we'd have to search it, or you can just literally say, okay, let's just go to YouTube right now, and then you can search it up yourself. You can look for the videos yourself. Just if you are, oh, I have to sign in. Okay, no. So just so if you are looking to enter this, try to learn this, basically it's the perfect place that I would recommend anybody to go. Sorry. So I want you to go to YouTube and type "Safety Secrets." Once you do that, it will take you to Romeo's channel. This is the channel that it has 12 videos there. You can just go there and watch all the videos there, and then obviously it will help you. These are the videos that I would recommend anybody that's trying to learn this system to watch. So thank you so much for your time. I'll see you tomorrow. If you have any questions, please write them down, and then I'll come back tomorrow to talk about them with us. So this is the end of the session, I think. Uh, Lucky, are you there? I would want to end the session right now if you want to take over and continue from here.
All right, I'm taking it that you're done, back.
Yes, I am.
Okay, all right. So
All right.
wonderful one from you and from everyone. I don't think Elisha is coming on, so we'll be calling it a time
Yeah, it's not.
for now. All right, guys. So thank you for joining. Please make good use of the information you got on this call. Very, very important. Very, very vital. It would aid what do you call it? It will aid your this thing, your knowledge of how to go about the week going forward. So that's just all I have to say. So thank you very much, guys, and I see you guys on Tuesday.